And I'm like, so Doug, are you going to be content being a youth pastor the rest of your life? And he's like, well, that's funny you bring that up.
Dave Pugh was the children's minister at Calvary Ephraim, and Doug Mathers was the youth pastor at the same church. And they both had a heart to start a church to reach out to people who didn't find church to be relevant in their lives and didn't even probably find God to be relevant in their lives.
Yeah.
Get some people who aren't already Christians, you know.
Like, sign me up, I'm in.
I remember our first open to the public service. It was in September of 1997.
So we started off 70 people, this little group, right?
Let's create a place where we can bring people who don't go to church so that they can experience church without some of the upfront hesitations that people might have.
This was exciting to me. I think that's the word I think of, it was exciting.
It was energizing to me. This little group of people against the world, you know? I mean, I don't know how to phrase that in a healthy way, like in a good way.
You just did.
Really?
I could see that.
When we picked the music and practiced 4 weeks.
The first special song that we performed at the first service was a song by Styx called Show Me the Way. It was a song that talked about a longing to find answers for deepest spiritual questions. And I think it helped us identify the people that we really wanted to reach out to.
Okay, I'm Craig Schwartz. Started going to Crosswinds in the year 2000. I was 38 years old, and I'd lived that whole time without God. I had no direction in my life. Substance abuse, moved from Arizona to Minnesota, and cleaned up and was kind of looking for something, and found this church in a school, in Willow Creek Middle School, and I walked through the doors, and that changed my life forever.
Yeah, I guess I've got a similar story to Craig. My name is Dennis. When my wife and I walked into Crosswinds, our heart is with people that are sometimes looked at as outcasts, and we felt like we were outcasts. All my life, I had been somebody that had been involved in drugs as well, and had a pretty rough teenage years. So then in the course of time, I called out to God in just almost his exact words, show me the way, help me, lead me, not knowing what to do. And God sent people my way. You know, Craig, both of us are here because somebody had a dream to reach out to people like us.
Yes, it's awesome being here. Thank you, Crosswinds.
So we had our first service under our belt.
Actually, the day happened and we were just, this is great.
All kind of group hug. It worked. Now we got to do this all over again next week.
I think we were packing up and I said, we got another one next week. And then we hadn't really thought of
who or what
to sing in 6 days. So
now we had to figure out how to make this work every week.
Brent was in charge of picking a drama, and I was in charge of bringing song ideas.
Okay, we knew we had to show up. We knew something wouldn't get done if we didn't show up.
Because we only had one band, so it was every week we did it all.
We had 2 24-foot trailers, and probably one trailer was all kid stuff.
From September of 1997 to May of 1999, when we were able to finally develop a second band and start alternating weeks, Greg only missed 3 Sundays out of 18 months.
Trucks got picked up, someone got them about 6:45 and drove them to the middle school to be unloading at 7 o'clock or 7:05.
Our core values?
Our core values?
Play guitar hard and loud.
A value that we held high that I really think we still hold high is authenticity.
I get to use my gifts and I get to be myself. I get to be who I am. I don't have to kind of hold back.
You don't have to be painting a smile on your face. Sometimes I think we're a little too real, but I've never felt like I couldn't be myself.
You know, anybody who walks through the door matters to God. And I think that still carries through today, that everybody counts here. Everybody.
So we would have funny dramas. We would pull from pop culture to create a drama. using the church lady.
Well, well, well. What do we have here?
In a fun, to show them that church could be fun, that church could be exciting, church could be loud.
You'll have your naughty little rock band.
Hans and Franz, Dr. Ruth.
What is that? A bunch of witches. And I said, maybe they need a little coaching. He said, I need coaching.
To bring people up to that point where their hearts could be opened, their minds could be open, and then the teaching pastors could get up and really just kind of bring it home for everybody.
Just, it was a sharing time on a Wednesday night, New Community.
And there was a girl from the drama team named Cindy Zeller who showed up that night in sweatpants and no makeup. Usually, she's dressed up and has makeup on and is always looking her very best.
And she had just come down and shared how she just felt like a misfit toy, but that everyone else here was kind of the misfit toy as well. And so
she noticed that people loved her for who she is. Open arms, no judging, and that meant a lot to her. She just loved the community of Crosswinds while she was here.
And I've really appreciated it. I've learned, because that's something I tend to be. Being an actor, I tend to kind of cover up and try to make things look good, but realizing that, you know, exposing weakness sometimes is very healthy.
But the baptisms as a whole were always a really energetic, fun service.
I remember there was one baptism service at the school where about 7 adult men were baptized.
We feel like Crosswinds is our family. The people at Crosswinds have always been there for us through everything, through good times and a breakup.
What we dreamed about started to happen. We watched lives change. We watched God move. We've tried to keep up with God, asking Him, what's next?